Yes. Open voltage 222 volts. This is a grid feed inverter system on one of these brand new lifestyle villages that we're in, moving around display furniture for one that's only about 20 minutes off being completely constructed. The guy's just in there putting a few last touches of paint on. Custom made. Custom made. Just been putting stuff in the second story joint. What a bloody effort that was, getting up a stairwell. Alrighty. There's a few little tidbits from work. That van there, you probably saw at the start. That's bloody street near work. I just about got fucking T-boned by one of the idiots coming out of the businesses. They're sitting there texting, and they just slowly roll out the driver. They're not even looking at the damn road. And when I went and got me last sheet of plaster for that wall, I went up there to get me pay slip. Welfare office requires you to have all these things, and they always want a copy of them, so I went up there to get it. And coming back, stupid idiot coming out of business almost T-boned me, and I'm too busy trying to swerve to hit the damn horn. That van in the same street got sideswiped on the opposite side, and it had just come back from panel beaters 2 weeks ago, and then they'd done it in the same bloody street on the left side. And instead of worrying that the insurer might just tell them, you know, the fuck's going on here, you know, and not pay out. Let me tell you, it was a serious side swipe. It smashed the handle to open the side door and everything, and didn't look too bad there, but in real life, holy smoke, slammed the shit out of it. It's actually punched right through the steel and caused the back, I suppose it's the back quarter panel or whatever, above the wheel to, like, it actually tore the steel open. So, yeah. We didn't have much the other week, only about 3 hours of this week. I've been going and going and going. So we got quite a bit of work in. I've found out a few different bits and pieces. One of the guys, I knew he was there, and you know, he's always there, and he's one of the boss's good mates. He's actually involved in the forestry industry. And during winter, because of the chance of bogging the big rigs and just fucking mud and shit going everywhere, and you don't really want to get stuck trying to lift trees and not be able to get anywhere. His father has an earth moving business, but they sort of dabble in forestry quite a lot. I think they spend a lot of time basically hanging around during the tree harvest and basically loading the trees onto the back of you know, semis to take the logs out of the plantation. And yeah, but he reckons during winter, because of the mud, the work just drops to fuck all worth of jack shit. And so his father just potters around and does a few minor jobs, and he ends up working with us in removals. And then the spring and summer comes, and he's back with his dad and forestry, harvesting or digging bloody trenches with excavators. Yeah, because he spent years just sitting in excavators, usually digging trenches and shit. So chances are, when the warm weather comes back and he disappears, I'll be working a whole lot more. But the fact is, this week I worked a bloody lot anyway. And on occasion, every fortnight or so, one of the removals they've got to do is right up north, interstate or something like that. And often they're down a man or two as a result. Actually, he's heading out to one today to go right through to Queensland. So yeah, work's sort of picking up a little bit. It's annoying. You never really get the, you lose a few hours the way you sort of set as a subcontractor, and you'll have a big day, and I've never done a day that says any more than 7.5 hours on the slip, and half the time they only say 5 hours or something like that. And I don't think it's until it comes to summer and we start doing these ridiculous days that are 7 a.m. to midnight. You're not even gonna really. You're not going to hit big dollars. You're rarely going to sort of get a 40-hour weekend as a result of all that. And you might be there for damn near 40 hours, but you still won't, or 30 hours or something like that, but you're not going to see the equivalent sort of pay. But let's face it, as I said, I went to bloody 47 different places, and that was it. This is the best I've sort of got out of all that. We'll see how things eventuate, but by hell, I'm seeing more and more missed opportunities and ways of profiting on the side with this removals business and all that. I've started looking at truck prices, and I can get a beauty like the flipping one I'm driving there half the time. $4,000 to $6,000 for a lot of these trucks that have got 300,000 k's on the clock, 350,000. You can drive the damn things to 750,000. They've got another 400,000 kilometres in them. I saw one there. It was an old one. It was might have told you guys this, 1,163,000 k's. And a guy who I'm working with said that he was driving one that had done 2.5 million k's. You never know they'll last this long. But they do. If I'm going to go and buy one of these at a car yard, I'll be paying $20,000, and I can get it for $6,000. And I was looking at the one that I drive every now and then. Often enough, I end up as a jockey and the other guy drives it, and that's good, More liability to them, and I'm on the same damn money just sitting in the passenger seat anyway. The one I had when I was a courier was 2006 model. This thing I've been driving is 97 or 98, and there is not one bit of difference. It's a Isuzu 550. The dash looks the same. Everything's the same except for the fact that the one I had as a courier had electric windows, and this one's got manual hand-wound windows. Other than that, you can't even pick the damn difference. And yet they're, it's 9 years older, and that's, what's that, 682,000, I think? And it runs fine, it runs good. And she's a good machine, I can tell the brakes are good, the suspension's good, the steering's aligned, no bad tire, it runs good, at 682,000 k's, which is a fair amount of miles. Yeah. Anyways, I haven't really got to paint the inside of the house because I've been too busy working. I have sanded it all down, but yeah, still all this crap in the bloody kitchen, which is going to be there until I paint it. If I'm working tomorrow, I'm still not going to get to paint it. If I don't work tomorrow, I will have a go at painting it. But this is one of these things, when you actually work, you don't have as much time as you had when you weren't working. But anyways, yeah, I don't think there's much else to mention, really.